All right, welcome everyone. Hopefully everyone's doing good. I'm actually just going to fill in for Dave for just a couple minutes. He's actually wrapping up another meeting, so he's going to be joining us here in just a few minutes. But I did want to open up because I didn't want to make you guys wait too long with that music. so, um, my name is Justin. You guys are probably wondering, like, who is this person? My name is Justin. I am head of player support at Avazoo, and I actually just wanted to do something real quick. I wanted to show you guys. Dave actually thought this was a good idea while we're waiting. How you guys can get your 500 free entries. Now, a lot of you that are on the call probably already got them, meaning you filled out the form. But I do want to show you how you can get them if you haven't got this opportunity yet. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. And let's see. All right. So you should be able to see my screen now. Let me go ahead and get back to YouTube. So this is the video you guys are going to want to go to get your 500 free entries. I'm going to post the link actually in the chat for you guys. So if you haven't done this yet, this is a great time to do it because it is still going on. And basically what you have to do is you guys got to watch the video. So this was our update call that we did last Saturday. And when you're watching the video, there's a form in the description. Okay, this is the link to the form right here. You can click that link and it will actually bring up this form here. And this is what you guys are going to fill out to get the 500 free entries. So it's a little tricky though, because it does ask for the keyword or phrase that we used in a previous video. And that video is actually on our channel. So I'll show you guys real quick. So if we look at this video, Dave and Justin's personal message to everyone, this is actually the video that you're going to want to listen to get the phrase, the keyword. Okay. So, hey, Elias, I see how Elias has joined us. If you wanted to add anything, Elias, feel free to do so.
I just want to explain to people how to do it in Spanish.
Ah, perfect. Yeah, great idea. Great idea.
Okay,
Let me
do you finish?
let me just wrap up real quick. So,
Okay.
pretty much, you guys are going to fill out this form, and once you have everything completed, you're going to hit submit. Now, the only thing I wanted to mention last is it does take about 5 to 7 business days or work days for us to issue the entries to your account. So if you did fill it out already and you haven't got it yet, do not worry. You won't lose out. You will get them. It just takes a little bit of time because it's a manual process by our team. So, and you can imagine there's a lot of people that fill out the form. So it does take a little bit of time. But yeah, go ahead, Elias. Yeah, go ahead and explain it.
Okay, thank you, Justin. Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están todos? Bueno, para empezar, solamente quiero recordar a todos que tenemos 500 entradas gratuitas que todavía puede obtenerla. Justin acaba de poner un enlace de un video de la semana pasada, el sábado. Entonces, usted puede entrar a este video, verlo de nuevo, y en la descripción del video hay el formulario, donde usted puede llenar el formulario. Y hay una pregunta adentro del formulario, que esta pregunta fue dada en el video anterior que fue hecho por Justin y Dave. Entonces, esta palabra o esta frase debe de sacarla de este video, el que compartieron con nosotros la semana pasada. Entonces, cuando usted llena el formulario y llena toda la información correctamente, puede obtener estos 500 entradas gratuitas. Ahorita, ojo aquí, esto no es inmediato. Este puede tomar de 1 a 7 días o posible un poquito más. ¿Por qué? Porque el proceso es manual. El proceso es manual, por eso hay que tener paciencia, ¿ok? Gracias. Ok, just.
Thanks, Elias. I really appreciate it. And it looks like Dave's here. So welcome, Dave.
Yeah, sorry guys, it's been a real shitty day and I've been trying to keep up with everything. Excuse my French, but it's been very, very busy. So how are we doing, Just? What we
Yeah, so actually I was just going over explaining the form to get the 500 free entries, just in case anyone that's on the call might have missed out on that.
Right, and we've got
I'm not
that till tonight, correct? That goes down tonight?
Yes, that is correct. So you guys do want to get that filled out as soon as possible.
Excellent.
All right.
Ojo amigos, deben de llenar el formulario hoy mismo, no hay mañana. Hoy debe de estar lleno este formulario. Gracias. Solamente, okay.
Gentlemen, welcome to the call. Elias, it's good to see you. Unbelievable picture you have there. But anyway, welcome to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Let's go ahead and go straight into some stuff that we got going on right now. So I'm going to share screen here, guys. And it is going to be screen 2. Some of you perhaps have already seen a new commercial that we put together. So you may have seen that. We'll explain that in a minute. So where we are currently today, we started off email campaigns on the philanthropy side. This is the philanthropy side landing page. It's one of 10. There are 10 landing pages of 10 different unique ideas and concepts for the philanthropy side. And then there are 10 for the gaming side. So the gaming side landing page would be like this. Then they come over and join the raffle now, and then they click in here and it takes it over to our website. So we have 10 of these, each of these. Today, our first campaign started this morning on the philanthropy side. So we paused it because we hit a late time in the day. So current typical stat numbers on anything don't count for usually 3 days because people are getting emails and then it's going to open, and this is overseas. So it's already late at nighttime. So at the moment, we sent out 29,000 on this particular campaign. Only 123. Let me hit refresh. Sorry. Got 129 open so far. As you can see, it will just keep increasing. 10 of the insider clicked through. So where do they go through? Well, when you view the web version, this is the email that's gone out to them. So are you looking for a way to make a real difference in the world? So each one of the email campaigns have different body, different images, and then that what it has is click to learn more. On here, this would automatically take them over to the landing page of whichever the campaign is. So the campaign has, like I say, multiple different landing pages. That particular one there is one that takes it open to here. And then from here it goes. Now, this is an AAP, round robin lead. So it signs up from here for you guys that we're talking to right now. Anybody that signs up into this, if you're already in the round robin or as you get placed into the round robin, then this lead that comes in, this person that purchases a ticket, falls over into the round robin. Same scenario when you look at, let me close out so I don't have the wrong page. So that is the individual for philanthropy. On the gaming side, winning the money, this campaign is at sending right now. So you can see where that's at. That has got the same scenario that when you put across to the side, campaign's going live. Now, one of the things what you want to know is an IP address is tracked and it goes into people's spam folders. So something that I wasn't aware of that I just admitted to on the distributors call, which I think is I share it with you. We have millions of emails that we have obtained the last 30, 60 days ready for these campaigns. We build up a relationship with a company that can do our campaign disbursement. What we was not aware is that things have changed since 1996 to 2004 when I was in the industry. Because of all the new technology, they look at the IP address and they can actually blacklist the IP address. So Yahoo, AOL, Google, if they see that hundreds and thousands of emails are going out, they say, oh, this is a campaign going out. There's no existing relationship. So what they do is they blacklist the IP address. Now, they can't stop it showing up. But what it does, it goes into their filters and then goes into their spam folder. So we have to throttle everything down. So for example, like this campaign we started on Monday, we done 49,000. We broke the file down to 49,000. You can see it there. Second campaign, gaming list, same thing. So we've had to do it in 2 different breakdowns. It'll actually go 5 times before we get the final results. So right now we have 229 opens from the first time around. This time we got 21. This was today, just off. This is 2 days ago. So they will increase. However, the way that works is very exactly the same. It's got a lead that goes into it. If you look at this lead, I'll show you quickly. That opens up to the same kind of an email, except for there's a little bit different. It says, hey, just click the video. So if you notice here, sorry to bother you, but I wanted to let you know about exciting new game with a 1 in 3 chance of winning a cash prize. And the best thing is there are over 16 million winners. Very short to the brief. The subject line I'll show you in a second. And then when you click on here or here, it didn't matter which one you go, it takes you over to a video. The video
There's one
put up. Sorry about these ads on the front.
simple hearing hack anyone can use to improve their hearing almost overnight.
What do you say?
Did you know that hearing
Anyway, that goes over the video that I put together that we are tracking the numbers to see if the video is too long or anything. So we got that here. You guys have already been to it in the comments. So that's how that video comes out of this one. If you look at the next campaign, okay, which is up above, that means this day. So 1, 2, if you look at that, we'll come and look at the stats in a minute. This campaign here, obviously it didn't get all the way through the day before the time ticked off, except for the differences in now in this one, it's got a different link layout. So the first one is to watch the video, but the second one then takes them over to this page here, which is the old conventional landing page, the one what we put up first. So we're testing this page, which would be, again, AAP. If you notice, you guys have all got a number. Number 1 is the original company one. So this would go into your, not AAP, your round robin. So at the moment, what's going out, if they fill in this, they go through. What we're doing now is tracking this. We got heat maps. So if they get to here and stop because their cursor, then we'll know. Now, what's really good and is really fortunate for us, when we come down to the stats, and I've got that one open for you to look at. So we'll refresh that, make sure that's most up to date. This is the one we started Monday, 229 open so far, 42 click-throughs. So typical click-throughs, you know, is 10 to 30%. So it kind of ranges. Some campaigns say only 2% click-through. I've seen that. And I've seen that when people want to write the whole story in the email body and the links at the bottom. So when you look at where we're at right now, our click-through ratio, and you can see them better here. So unique click-throughs, 42, which is that right now. Our total click-throughs is 79. That's what somebody's back and click the campaign. Well, these numbers are off currently. So we got to wait another couple of days so everybody's had the opportunity to look at the emails to open. This is click ratio, unique clicks to the click through, that what I just showed you to go over. These are the unique clicks, and this is coming off of this. Okay, so this is saying we got 229 opens, of which some of them went back and opened more than once, 284. So you can see our ratio. But this is the issue. This 65 not aware it's so strict, but what has been very positive, and you can see this down here, some of the people that are clicking through. There's the 79 a better game. If you look at something like, we'll use the same campaign here and we'll open up, we'll do a fast view on it. So when you come down here, as you can see, your click-throughs in. So your point, we were 0.0, so we're increasing. But what's really unique is the amount of people that desktop. So look at the click-throughs. There was 8 to the YouTube video, and 6 went over to the main page. So basically what we're saying is we know now, I know that most people use different, wherever you look at this one, this list is slightly different and it's on a Chrome user. If you look at, say, the influencer list, and I haven't looked at this for a while, but if you come down here, it's Edge. So you see the difference in the list. So this is showing Europeans. So guys, I don't want to bore you because this may be boring to some of you, but the point being is what we weren't aware of, that we could not get out millions and millions of emails each day. It's going to take us a few days and actual weeks to increase the buildup of what you can do. And obviously we're prepared for that. We have our influencers. We have a brand new page on the influencers. I don't know if I have that yet up here. Yeah, we have a brand new page for an influence, and we have 20 million email campaign for the influencers that we're going to start hitting on Monday. So that's an influencer where we're reaching out to influencers. However, additionally to that, we have a the company that we hired on Friday morning. We're picking the influencers we want, and on Monday next week, them influencers will be going out to influence people to obviously know more about Avazoo. So that campaign starts Monday. So we're about 3 days behind on that one, and we're about 2 weeks behind on the email campaign currently. Now, I don't think we'll catch up for at least 2 weeks. So next week will be 3 weeks, and then we'll hit the curve point because of the IP address now getting recognized. That 60% gone into the spam folder is obviously a problem. So we're in the process of trickling emails so that they are being recognized. If we go and push this too hard now, what will happen is they'll blacklist us and say, this is just a campaign going out, and then we'll get blacklisted on the IP address. And then when we send out the IP, any other future emails, what will happen is they will get just put into the spam. So we got to do it slowly each day. And eventually that number comes up where we got 30, 40,000, then 140,000, then 240,000. And as that comes up, then what will happen is it won't look like we're spamming. We're just reaching out to, say, our existing customers. So it's a slow process. Now, there is a fast process, and that is go out and just get 1,000 different IP addresses and just hit send, boom, send, boom. And then after that, send, and that first campaign's done. Maybe try one more or two more tops, switch the IP address over to some other new IP address. So you got kind of branding, AvaPlay, doing it correct and doing it properly, and hopefully not peeing off people, or go the gray line area and just spam, spam, spam. But unfortunately, we're a company that try to always do the right thing, honor people's wishes, not so much necessarily what the laws can say you can do or not, but we don't want to just keep bombarding people who don't have an interest. No point. Other people think just keep hitting them and hitting them and hitting them, and one day you're going to break through. No, we don't want to do that as a company. So we're going to do it the proper way. We're going to do it the legal way. If it slows down the process, let it be, let it be. It'll slow down the process. But overall, we won't. I don't know if you noticed on any of them campaigns, we had like 1 unsubscribe. We had 3. I mean, out of 50,000, let me give you the accurate number. Out of 50,000 emails that went out, 49,000, I'll give you the exact number, 49,131 unsubscribe, we got 1. And that's the track we want to stay on, not have hundreds and hundreds of people getting all ticked off and upset about us spamming them. So guys, that's where we're at on our campaigns. Monday, this Friday, we pick our influencers. Monday, the influencers will start sending traffic. All that traffic from the influencers, all the traffic from our emails will now be going into our round robin. We're gradually adding you as the week goes on, and that's where we sit. So I'm going to open up, and also if Elias wants to come on and explain to our Spanish community a little bit about how the email campaigns are done, then please do so. I also just saw a note here, Justin, saying I'm breaking up. Is that correct again?
There was a little moment, in the screen share. You were breaking up kind of bad, but you're fine now. So
I don't get that. I'm running. It must be something to do with Zoom. I'm running here. Look, this is Elias. Are you still there? I should not have any breakup at that. Doesn't make any sense at all. So I don't know what's going on. And that's doing a screen share. So now I'm doing a screen share and talking at the same time. So something very, very weird. So
you're coming through fine now. So
don't know what that is. Sorry guys, why that is. It's got to be something to do with Zoom or something, because I've got the internet speed here to be able to stream 30 of these. Anyway, Elias, are you still here, or do you want us to move on to the next subject?
He's somewhere in the background.
Okay, that's good. Let's move on. All right, guys. So what we've done is we talked a little bit, and we really need support in this than perhaps anything else we have done ever. First of all, thank you for all the support. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Thank you. However, the upcoming marathon, we have not identified the exact date, but we're going to talk about it a little bit here, and then we'll take some questions from you guys, and hopefully we'll see how many of you want to get more motivated and involved and helping out. So the dates we're looking at are up in the air. So let me quickly tell you what the marathon is. So we kind of want to answer people questions. We know that Saturday mornings is the best call of the week. I mean, Justin and I, as a son, we really do.
We do.
It's some Saturday mornings, it is a challenge to get up and do it, but you still do it, and we love every minute of what we do. It affects Justin halfway through his day going out with his buddies and stuff. However, we enjoy doing it. So we were talking, and we said, what about if we'd done a marathon that we could do very similar to something like a Jerry Lewis. You guys may know Jerry Lewis if you're in the US. I'm not sure if it's broadcast around the world, but he's passed away now, I believe. But he started a marathon off for 24 hours where he stayed up nonstop 24 hours and raised money for muscular, and I always mess up the correct pronunciation, muscular, whatever it is. And he raised millions of dollars over his tens of millions. So just doing some of his gaming stuff and was talking about these ongoing marathons, and he brought up this suggestion, hey, why don't we look at doing a marathon, but we'll kind of put a couple of little twists to it. And the twists would be, number one, you guys get involved. Okay, so we can do some Q&A, but also interact. Tell us a little bit about what's going on in your part of the world. You know, even if you've got a camera and you can be outside, you know, we switch over to, say, Mobilaji, coming over to you. Tell us how things are going at your fundraiser that you're at currently today. So it's an online streaming 24-hour marathon. And I kind of got excited about it. And Justin he came up with the concept and the idea. Now, we originally was going to do this for this upcoming Saturday. What we've realized is there's no way we can get everything in the right format. Now, what this would do for the company more than anything is help other people. That's number one. Number two, what it could do is create some excitement from some other networks and other people around the world that say, hey, you know, this is real. These guys really are doing what they say they're doing. So I think it's a plus win-win-win situation for each and everybody. Now, it could be John McKenzie may have something going on in Canada, or perhaps John's got a legal opinion that he wants to ask questions. So in this marathon, we're going to break it up, and we're going to have certain sections of the call that will be related to different, they'll identify different areas, i.e. if it's legal, people endorsing it, celebrities, how does the program work? How does the free entries work? How do you participate? So we wanted to add a little twist to it even further. So one of them is going to be obviously rewards. We have a great reward program already built into our program. So even on that, we'll have a section where we talk about our reward program so people can do it. So it's kind of a 24-hour day of knowledge, of wealth, of gaining whatever part you want to, plus throwing the bat over or the ball over to somebody out in the field that is potentially could be at a volcano or could be an eruption of not volcano, earthquake, and it could be digging out, you know, God forbid, for children, but it could be right there. So we thought this was a great idea, and we started running on it. And we originally was going to do this week. What we're looking at date-wise, just so you know, is 3 potential dates. Okay, June 3rd. I just don't think we're going to get everything we really want to do ready by June 3rd. I think that goal is great to kick it off on June 3rd, but I don't think it's doable. But June 10th, which is the following, and we're going to split the day. It'll be Friday at lunchtime through to Saturday lunchtime. And the worst thing is me and Justin most probably are going to have to be up the 24 hours because it'll be an ongoing thing, right? So that'll be interesting. Just see how we do on that one.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, or it could be the following date, which would be the June the 10th or 17th. Now, the reason we're saying the 17th is that is what we know in this country. Father's Day is Sunday the 18th. We also know June the 20th is the longest day of the summer or the shortest day of the winter, depending where you live around the world, Celsius Day, right? So we want to tie that together. So then we started looking at what things are currently going on in the world. And one of the bad things what's going on are all these natural disasters, and that's where our hearts and passion is for. So there is a big typhoon, hurricane tsunami hit India, and there are a lot of deaths and a lot of people that have really got hurt. So we started contacting some of the people we spoke to in India, and at the moment the response back is 100%. Great, we've just been to do the event. We can perhaps get some support there from the existing Indian business to support their people. Now, what's good and bad, whether you like it or not, and I mentioned this morning on a training call, there are some people won't donate for another country or another cause. They feel there's just so much need for their own area. So rather than just having India for this 24-hour marathon, we're going to pick 3 charities that we support. Now, we're going to support them as Avazoo, and we're hoping you guys and people that join in on the calls will also support them. Whether they will or not, we don't know. But we're going to do some crazy things, like we're going to give away 10,000 entries. There is potential of a car giveaway, vacations, things of that nature. Lots of free tickets we're going to give away to people because they don't really cost us their promotional tickets. However, we're also going to let people that sign up be able to pledge. I'm going to pledge 1,000 entries over the next 30 days to help such and such India disaster. 1,000 entries will have a value to it that then the company will purchase that 1,000 entries for from that person that makes that donation to India. So guys, we're working all these ingredients out of what we want to do, and we're very, very excited about it. We will let you know, hopefully by this Saturday, we'll tell you the date, and then we're going to give you a list of things that we want you to try to do. Reach out. Once we kind of get it laid out, we'll have a landing page that we want to get to you, and then you guys will be able to reach out to your local community, whether it's people that are in fundraising, whether it's people doing news coverage, whatever, that you can reach out to them and ask them to participate. So it's a big marathon that we want to invite people around the world. We want to tell them about Avazoo. We want to answer the questions, the legal questions. Where's the money go? Da-da-da-da-da-da. At the same time, we want to invite people on that would make pledges, make money donations to these 3 different causes we're going to go for, one of them being the big typhoon that hit India. So that's what we're doing, guys, and we're pretty excited about where it's at. We're doing another think tank again tomorrow. We'll have better ideas tomorrow where it is. If we can announce it all on Saturday, we will. If not, we'll announce it on Monday. What we need to do is get some of your participation. We want to get some of you guys involved, okay? Whether it's asking us questions, whether it's participating on a board, like an advisory board, that what to do and what not to do. So it's going to be a lot of interacting if you have an interest. So that's really all I've got right now. I don't know if Elias is here, and if Elias wants to even tell our Spanish community. If not, just let's get started in doing some.
Okay. Give it a moment here. I think Elias was here and then he left. So
I know he was having some internet problems yesterday, I saw.
yeah. All right. I could reach out to him through WhatsApp to confirm. Do you want to just do some Q&A for now?
Just, I don't know if that was me or you, but I missed that last part.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to just jump into the Q&A now?
Yeah, just jump in. Yeah.
Okay.
All I heard was, do you want to? And then it went blank.
All right, gotcha. All right. So we actually only have one question so far. It says, for those reserved tickets that will be deleted, did you get approval from the regulators so Avazoo can email or contact their sponsors to reach out to them?
It's under discussion. That means it's gone in. It was just, and tonight at 7 o'clock, because we only talk to the regulator now twice a week, typically Monday and Wednesday. It's been brought up. We're waiting for the green light. It was put back to us that was not a bad suggestion. So we don't know yet, but we should know by tonight. And then if we get the green light, we'll either send out an email and we'll announce it, or you'll notice it in your dashboard that you'll see the person's name and email.
Okay, great.
Is that it?
That's all we got so far, yeah.
Well, I know we just had an hour with our distributors around the world, so perhaps that's when we answered a bunch of their questions. But guys, there is a lot of people out there that have not fulfilled their commitment of purchasing a ticket, and that's okay. Things happen with everybody. We got that. We understand it. Look what happens to us. However, what we don't want them to do is get upset and disappointed. I don't know what the recourse is of how we can help them, because once we hit delete, under law, we have to delete all their information. It's not a regulator law. It's a spam law, email law, private information law, whatever category it falls under. Basically says that we cannot own somebody's information if they're not part of us, and we can't afford to have any conflicts with things like that in the future. It really does affect concern that people, I would, hey, I've been with the company for 4 months and all of a sudden I had an account, the account's gone, it must have been a scam. That is a huge statement. Yes, our attorneys will jump on it, and I mean jump on it, and do whatever we need to do as attorneys, as a legal company, to make them withdraw that statement. But the fact is, and this is how I look at it, it's an upset customer. And I don't like that. Neither does Justin or any of the other team members. So we got to figure out what to do with these people, because it's going to happen. They're going to go and log in. The app will open because it's separate. They'll get into the app, and then what will happen is no entries will pop up. No entries will pop up. When they go to the dashboard, it'll completely be deleted. They can't even log into the dashboard. So it is a problem, guys, that we need as much assistance on as we can. If they don't want to buy a ticket, that's okay. God bless. No problems, no hard feelings. We love you. We pray that you have a successful life and healthy, right? But we just don't want the complaints. So we do need you to continue going out trying to reach these people. The number is over 3,000 people. That's not a little number. So over 3,000 people in getting it done. And some of them perhaps made a commitment of a $100 ticket and they're embarrassed. They can't afford a $100 ticket right now. So they are able to contact help desk and say, listen, can you drop me down to $20? Or can you put me into the next raffle? And then we can work something out. That with their permission doing that, they still stay active in our data form, and they would keep their entries, but it would be gone over to the second raffle. But they just need to talk to us. No correspondence creates a lot of problems. So, Just, do we have any other questions? If not, we're gonna have a nice early day and wrap the call.
We actually did have one that I missed. I apologize. It was something a little bit off topic. It says, can you please tell us about the Naismith Esports Extravaganza, as they are in partnership with Avazoo, because we would love to see more of such partnership.
Right. So, guys, I don't know if you know the story about me, and I don't want to bore you about my boring life.
Did we lose you
But
again? You're breaking up kind of bad.
Okay, is that come back?
Yes, I can hear you now.
I'm really sorry. There must have been something either on Zoom or something, because it keeps cutting out. So I apologize. So I don't know how far you got, but in 2004, things changed in my life for no wrongdoing, nothing to do. No matter what you see, hear, read, we got a civil case against us because of a third-party company to do with us, and that third-party company caused these issues that caused problems in my brain that I felt like I was letting people down. If you get to know me, you know, I'm a bull in a china shop. Most probably my younger day, if there was a fight in the bar somewhere, I most probably was somewhere around. That's most probably how stupid I was as a younger boy. But we all grow up and we all learn things. So in 2005, this concept come to me about making this change and using a raffle to do this. And there was nobody for months and years that would support the vision that I was given, that I wanted to go and do, or basically embedded in my brain to go and do. I've hung in with that all these years. The person that's got this basketball, and Justin, you can explain it. He's got the original. How does it break down?
So I might be not doing the story as much justice as Hector would, but Hector has the original rule set of basketball, because it was invented by James Naismith, which was the inventor of basketball. And so I guess he's in possession of that original rule set, that original concept of the game, which is pretty amazing. Right.
So Hector became a friend of ours about 2.5 years ago, and was telling me the story privately about, you know, how he got these rules and what he wants to do with it. And he's literally not paying his rent. I hope he doesn't come and kill me on this. He's a big boy. But he literally is not paying rent. He's not paying his bills, because every penny he gets in, he's trying to drive this foundation for these kids to understand this basketball program, right? And I'm not a basketball guy, you know. Sorry, I mean, I watched the championships which are going on now, but it's not my particular game that I have, you know, I'm going to run out and watch. However, his passion was the same as mine. And I kept getting all these no's, you can't do it. There's nothing better than meeting somebody 6 months, 6 years, or 16 years later, and somebody says, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Remember that raffle, what you said couldn't get licensed? Yeah, we got it licensed. And you can do it with a smile on your face. And it is the greatest satisfaction in the world when somebody tells you you can't do something, right? We got told we're not going to get a payment system. Here we are right now with 3. One more coming live this week, 3, right? So he had the same going on. People said, oh, you can't do it. You know, you're not, haven't got enough people in the industry. You've got no money. Everybody wants to always relate things to money, right? And I would tell you here, in my personal belief, is as long as God's on your side and you're doing the right thing, you don't have to worry about money. It's going to happen when it happens at the right timing. That's just my belief. I'm going to stick with it, all right? So over these years, I've stuck with mine, and he stuck with his. And about a month and a half ago, I met him down in Orlando for like the 4th time, actually maybe more than a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago now, 3 months ago. And he spent the night with us. We took him out for dinner, and he was the passion he was talking about how this is. And he had been invited to the United Nations, and he had talked in the United Nations about what he was doing. And of course, everybody is, hey, great job, do this, do that. But every time they went home to Google him, every time they went home to see him, there was nothing about him. So what I done was I said, listen, let me get back to here. I got the priorities to get going for the shows. And then directly after the shows that we got the one going in India, then I'll see what I can do to help you. So we had a conversation 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we done, give him some input. He built his own video. We done it as brothers, nothing else. He's originally from Puerto Rico, I believe, lived in New York, and then lives down in Orlando. And anyway, we sat with him, we talked with him. He put his own little video clip together, and he's got this idea of this competition, and we want to sponsor that competition and support it as Avazoo. So we're going to give him whatever he wants. If it's 1,000 tickets or 10,000 tickets, whatever he would prefer, that's what we're going to do. But in the meantime, we wanted to spread and get the word out. You guys want some free entries. We wanted to share the word. Some of you guys have made some beautiful comments on there, but he is another one of those struggling visionaries that believes that it's going to be great for the kids to learn about it. And we support that, and that's what we've done. So hopefully I've answered that. And yes, before you ask the next question, does that mean anybody out there that if you've got a concept, an idea, yeah, it's going to have a story behind it. You can't just wake up tomorrow morning and say, listen, I want to do this, this, this. Can we get the support? There's got to be some stories, some meat and gravy. We got to, you know what I'm saying? It can't be just an idea concept. It's got to be something that you believe in strongly. We believe in behind you, and then we will support you. And we'll do that for any type of person, concept, idea, as long as it's above board and it's always doing to help that person. Like I call it one cause, one love. The reason I've done that, there's only one cause in this world in my life. That's to help somebody, period. Whether that's a lady broken down or a man broken down driving down the highway. I see people and the guy's heads near enough break their necks. You know, they drive past somebody and it's a young, beautiful lady. And then you see an elderly lady who's 60, 70 years old, who's broken down and needs more help, most probably than the younger lady, and everybody keeps driving by. No, it's one cause. If you've made that commitment and you're going to help people, you help people. And it's one love. I don't care whether you're pink, black, yellow, white spots. I don't care if you got dreadlocks or you got you're a skinhead or you've got tattoos all over your face. It's literally one cause, one love. And if we stick with that motto, I believe that we'll change a few people around the world. And I believe we'll make a difference in the world. And it's not about money. It's about leaving a legacy. And if we can create a pattern that can be duplicated, the pattern has to be excitable. The pattern has to be engaging. The pattern has to be to accomplish something. If you can do that, then it is duplicable, and people can do it. You know, I brought this up a couple of weeks ago, and I said this out in India. It was heartbreaking for me to see dogs and kids playing in knee-high trash, knee-high Coke cans and empty wrappers of food and this, that, and everything else. And inside, kids are walking through this pathway. There are rats and dogs inside there trying to eat. You know, I grew up on a farm. A dog would chase a rat. It's so common that these rats and dogs were just eating from this trash. But the sad part was the kids were just walking through it and through it. And I said to Nigel in the back of the car, we were in a taxi, and I said, Nigel, we should take $10 million from each raffle and put it into some trash cleanup concept idea. Somebody out there must have a great idea and we can fund it. And Nigel says, absolutely, it's a great idea, but it's not going to fix the problem. And then we discussed about why is it not going to fix the problem? And he goes, it just won't fix the problem. The kids are just going to continue throwing the trash down like the parents do. You clean it up, it's going to continue. That night, in the hotel, we went to have dinner in the hotel. And while we were in there having dinner, we were talking to a particular gentleman who was talking about in India, I can't tell you about around the world, but in India, 30, 40, 50 years ago, it was not uncommon to have several children, 8, 9, 10 children. It was not uncommon at all. However, today, the norm is 1, possibly 2. That is the common, 1, possibly 2. So what was the difference? Well, the difference was they educated the kids that you can do certain things, and raising multiple kids can be, stressful, or money, or whatever it was, the education they give the kids. All of a sudden, 30, 40, 50, 60 years later, these kids now are having a family of 1 or 2 kids, i.e. what Nigel kind of said was, yeah, that's going to take care of the problem now, but it's not going to fix the problem. Fixing the problem is educating the kids, that the kids can then change. Hey, Dad, don't throw that trash down. Mum, don't throw that out the window, and so on and so on. So, guys, if we can leave legacies like that, then that is something. Money doesn't mean nothing. It really doesn't. Yes, you're going to say, yeah, it does. I got it. I understand. But the truth is, leaving something as a legacy behind that we have done, where we can go into cities and say, yeah, we took out the trash, but more importantly, we put an educational program together to stop it growing back. And it might take a year or even a decade before it happens. But eventually, we have made that change that creates a legacy. So sorry, Justin, to go on to answer such a long question, but there you go.
No, that was great. Yep.
Okay.
We do have a couple more, if that's okay.
Yep. What do you got?
All right. Next question says, any update on the nonprofit program and when it will be relaunched?
Right. So nonprofit is designed for us to give to them. So until we get ticket sales going, we can't relaunch the nonprofit. We want ticket sales going so that we can offer assistance immediately. But I would project by the end of May, June 1st, we'll have the nonprofit going. I would project that. That doesn't mean to say David said June 1st. It says I project by June 1st the nonprofits. Now, we've had some people from some different parts of the world. We actually had a very sad story on Facebook yesterday or the day before, where somebody was kind enough to upload some pictures of kids not being able to eat, and just lots of stuff. Guys, our heart goes out to each and every one of you and them and people you know. However, we as a company aren't in a position to go and make trips and donations and feed 100 kids. We don't have that flexibility. After the first raffle, we have that flexibility because we take that group from Facebook, put it over to the philanthropy board and say, guys, do something you can to help these people out. And then it's their job to do that. Our job is to create the ATM machine, to create the money. And we got to do ticket sales. But we will be very soon. We'll be very, very soon doing the reopening the nonprofits. Actually, I'll say it now on this call. If any of you are some NGOs or large nonprofit organizations that would like to join us on the marathon, contact Jim Wagner. I don't know his email address. Justin might be able to find it. So I think it would be Jim.Wagner, or it could be Justin to find out, and contact him and let him know, hey, we'd like to be part of this marathon that we can raise. Remember, we want to find 3 causes to donate money to. Obviously the India one we picked as one. What are going to be the other 2 different changes or causes? Is it climate control, infrastructure? I don't know yet. But yeah, we'll open it quick as we can, Justin.
Okay, great. And one last question. It says, is there a specific video explaining how a cause or organization can get involved and be promoted under the sponsors supporters page in the app?
Is there a specific video? I'm trying to think for you. No, there isn't a specific video designed just for that. I do not believe, but I will find out. We've done a sponsor video for a sponsor coming on board and being on stage and participating throughout the raffle, but I don't believe there's a specific video put together for how you can get in the app. So actually a great question. And on top of the great question, it is a great opportunity for the company. So we will definitely get onto that as soon as we can. Maybe before Friday, we can get something written up, and then we might be able to get it to Jason to get out. By the way, there was a new video we shared this morning, was put together by Kim, or at least 80% by Kim. And it's a great video to share with people on your Facebook pages and postings. So check that out. I don't know if you've got the link anywhere, Just, but you can throw that in here. It's inside the app now, isn't it?
It is inside the app, yeah. And I just posted in the chat too for anyone.
Awesome. Yeah, if you guys get a chance, go and check that out, because it is a real cool video. And it relates to what can happen in natural disasters. But we will find out if there's a specific video, and if there isn't, I think we'll get one done as quick as we can for you. Next question.
Great. Yeah, that's it, actually, for questions.
All right, guys. It is an early day. We're done in an hour or less. That's awesome. It's Wednesday. Look, Saturday's a big day. You got 500 entries for coming last week and today. I'm trying to come up with something to engage everybody to get on this call, this upcoming call Saturday. It would be really nice if everybody understands what we're trying to do with this marathon. And if only, right now you got that 20% rule, 10 or 20%, 80 or 90%, come along but don't do nothing. We got to switch that around. We got to swap that. And the more we can do that, the quicker the growth will be. Nobody ever said this was easy. I've never said it's easy. I've told you and everybody else I've met, I don't know when the raffle will happen. I know it will. I've been told that in a vision many times. And I believe that in our heart and from everything else, what's happening day by day. We are in the stage now where we're getting either on top of the ball, or we're already on the one side getting ready for the momentum to go. We're that close, guys. What creates that to happen is a nudge, is a push, is a punch, a kick, whatever you want to do to get that momentum going. This marathon could be our answer. Now, we don't have deep pockets. All of you out there, sit back, and not all of you, that's wrong, because a lot of you know us. We don't live in $1 million homes. We live in apartments, rentals. We drive, 20-year-old vehicles. We're not the rich and famous Bill Gates of the world. If we had that, we wouldn't even be worried about doing calls on Wednesday afternoons. We are you. We're all one family. We don't judge anybody. We don't prejudge anybody. It's just the way we are. So it'll come as it's gifted to us. And when it's gifted to us and we get the blessing, that ball will start to roll. All I can tell you is we have a commitment from our volunteers, our employees, and our associates like you, our family, that is unbelievable commitment to make this thing happen. And it will happen. That's all I can tell you. It's in God's hands, and it will happen. I believe that 100%. So, guys, just hang in there. And hopefully we'll come up with an incentive to get more people on the call on Saturday. And on Saturday, we'll do everything we can to share with you about our new program, the sponsor program. We are talking to a network. That will be awesome. We've talked to the director, the film director. That is awesome. We've talked to some legal. There are only a certain amount of hours in the day, but we're excited about it. So please be on Saturday's call. Be blessed, be safe, be healthy, and certainly thank you to each and every one of you. We love you dearly, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday. Take care and God bless. Thanks, Justin. Thanks, Elias.